Hello everybody, welcome to Zappa Invest. I hope you have a marvelous day. Please leave a like if you have any question, comments down below, and I'm gladly answering your question. And let's begin with the video of today is how to research a company before investing. This is for beginners. A lot of people that start with investing ask me, yo, what do I do if I want to buy a company? How can I do my own research? Well, first of all, you can do a couple of things from even talk to people about the company or just watch some YouTube videos. That is like really the basics. To give you an example, I can assure you if you just go on YouTube and just do, let's say, Facebook stock, just like that, and I think you will have many videos like prediction prices, is it too late to buy Facebook, is Facebook stock analyze. You can find a lot of good value in videos from other great YouTubers. But today I'm gonna show you how you yourself can do your own diligent research as a beginner. The first step is investor relation. This is a page that every company needs to have that is on the public market. Why? If you are on the public market, you need to release everything to the public. And that's on this page. To give you an example, let's go to Google. We are on Google, everybody knows website. Let's say we're going to want to do some research on Facebook. We just do Facebook, and then we just put investor relations. And you will come on the first page, you will see, you press it, and then you have a big page like you can see Facebook investor relation. You can search first of all the company info. If you press on there, you can see who are we, our mission. We want to give people the powerful to build a community and bring the world closer together. That is what Facebook really wants to do. That is something you need to keep in mind. What is their mission and how want they to make it happen? So here you can find everything from what they really want to do, what their vision is, what they already have accomplished, what they want to accomplish. Here you can see some employees, talk about it, who is the CSO, office, how many employees they have. They have over 50,000 employees around the world. They have 17 data centers. You can find everything on this page. From the smallest thing to the biggest thing, you just need to do some research. I'm just scrolling, I see very nice information already. Here you can see a timeline of Facebook. We're gonna get through of it. They started in 2004. In 2011, they bought their first big company called Messenger. In 2012, a year later, they bought Instagram. Instagram is something we all use day to day. I think if you're above 16 years old, that you already use it. Same with WhatsApp. And so on Pinterest, maybe. It gets bigger and bigger. Just again, it's a small overview from how can I see what they are doing, investor relation. So if we go on the first investor relation page, one of the important things that you have to do as an investor, in my opinion, is following the quarter releases. What do I mean with that? Every quarter, every public company has to release a quarterly report, an earning report. In my opinion, if you invest in individual stocks, so not in an ETF or something, really in individual stocks, so individual companies, you need to follow up the quarterly earnings. So you are aware how does the company perform. Because you give money to the company, so you need to know how they do and what they will do in the future. So we can see here investor events. This is what I'm talking about, is the quarterly reports. You have a webcast, you have an earning release, you have slides, you have an earnings call transcript, and you have the follow-up call transcript. To be honest, guys, the easiest thing to do is just watch the PowerPoint slides. It has a great overview. I will show you, it's very understandable for everybody, even if your knowledge about investing is very low. They make it very nice with a nice overview. So let's take a look to the second chart. We can see Facebook daily active users. As an investor, the daily active users is an important thing because how more active users you have as a platform, how more money you can generate. So let's take a look. In the second quarter of 2018, they had 1,471 million users, so 1.4 billion on a daily base. We can see the next quarter it has grown a little bit. The next quarter as well, the next quarter as well. We can see there is a steady growth in new active users. You would think Facebook is dead because if you are, I'm gonna say something, 22 years old, you're probably not using Facebook that a lot of that you used to use it, but people are still using the platform. I'm not joking. In the Q2 of 2020, they had 1.78 billion people on a daily base. Can you imagine what that is, guys? Here you can see in the segments of every continent, so let's say Europe, Canada, US, Asia, Pacific, it's not continent, but just like general world bases. You can see there is and everything is, there's a steady decline from US, Canada to Europe to Asia to rest of the world. We can see the rest of the world is going harder than, like, for instance, US and Canada, because in the 4 quarters here they were like the same-ish from US, Canada, but it's no problem, they are growing overall. On the second chart, we can see Facebook monthly active users. So this means how much active users do we have on a monthly base. So not on a daily base. So not from every day, day in, day out, but just on a monthly base. You can see again a steady growth over time. If you go to Q2 2018, they had 2.2 billion people, and now Q2 2020, they had 2.7 billion people. That's ish like a 470 million people extra on the platform, so a half a billion people, guys. A half a billion people. They have more in 2 years. That's a lot. 2.7 billion people. Imagine. So this is what I mean with how easy it is to follow up how a company is performing and why you should watch the investor relation page. They make it very easy to you to make sense of it. Like now, the 4th page is Facebook average revenue per user. So if it's easy, how much revenue are they making for each user on the platform? And they made it in sections again, like Europe, Canada, worldwide, Asia Pacific, and the rest of the world. We can see that they made more in some quarters than the other quarters, but at the end of the day, we can see there was growth in the beginning. Only in Asia Pacific, we see a small decline at the end of Q2 2020 in spending. Why? Probably big reason, COVID 2020, I'm just saying something, but again, here are all the numbers, and you yourself, if you watch it, you can ask yourself, okay, if I see those numbers, do I want to give money to the company to invest in it? That is a decision you need to make yourself. The next chart, family daily active people. This is something new. Family daily active people is combined with everything they have. So let's say you use Facebook, WhatsApp, Messenger, Instagram, they all put it in one and they say family daily active people. This is something new, like if we go back like 5 years ago, they did not have this metric. So it's always fun if they use new metrics so we can have more information and have a bigger clue. Okay, how is the company performing? Again, I'm even gonna write it down. It's important if you read the investor relationship, you can ask yourself, is the company performing like I want? Question mark. Oh, I can't type, guys, excuse me. It's very early. So is the company performing like I want? Again, the investor relation, you can watch everything. Again, now on a monthly basis, we had it on a daily basis, just like the other Facebook metrics. And here, the family average revenue per person, we can see there was a big hit in Q4 2019, but this is always like that. Why? It's Christmas, a lot of people are buying gifts, New Year's, etc. I mean, people are spending more in the 4th quarter. It's normal because, again, Christmas and stuff, everybody is buying gifts and blah, blah, blah. Okay, something more important in my opinion is the revenue. Again, we're gonna see spikes at the 4th quarters. Why? Again, the Christmas thingies. But otherwise, do we see a decline or no? In my opinion, I do not see a decline. If you take a look to Q2 2018 and Q2 2019, we see a big growth. If you take a look to Q3 2018 and Q2 2019, they almost made 4 billion. Yeah, they made 4 billion extra. It's crazy. I mean, imagine you can make so much revenue. For like 2 years ago, they had 13.2 billion. Now they have 18.6 billion. That is 5 billion extra, guys. 5 billion. Do you know what that is? It's crazy. So that's why I believe Facebook is one of the easiest money stocks, in my opinion. What is a money stock? Well, to be honest, if you buy it, it will grow in the coming 5 years. People think, nah, Facebook is dead, but if you watch the numbers, we can see obviously that they are growing and growing, and they are making a big fat ass profit, guys. Okay, revenue by Facebook users geographically. So again, they just show you the revenue people do in geographically spaces like the segments Europe, Asia, Pacific, rest of the world, or US and Canada. Advertising revenue by Facebook users. I'm not gonna go more in details, guys, but like I'm saying, if you wanna have more information about a company, one thing you need to look for in investor relation and then the company you want. Let's say, I don't find it. I'm gonna give you one more example. Let's say Tesla, and you just even do ER from investor relation. You press this, you can even say investor overview Tesla Inc. So we press on this one, you can see the chart, what the price is, the company description. You can have all the information like you had in Facebook here, investor communications, events and presentation. That is something I really would like. Here you can see upcoming events, and the 22 of September, it's Tesla 2020 annual shareholder meeting, something very nice. Let's say you want to take a look to the slides of Tesla from their Q2, so Q2 Facebook, Q2 Tesla. Here you even have a small thingy, an overview from where you can find what on which page. So the first of all, the highlights, let's say you read what did they do in cash. 535 million increase in our cash and cash equivalents in Q2 to 8.6 billion. Operating cash flow, less capex free cash flow, 480 million in Q2. Profitability, 327 million GAAP operating income, 5.4% operating margin in Q2, 104 GAAP net income, 451 non-GAAP net income, Q2 4 quarters of sequential profitability. So again, if you go through the slides, you have a lot of numbers, but go easy with it. You will understand it. They make it very easy to understand. Again, the total revenue is something very important. They will show you exactly what quarter, what they had and what they have now. They even show you on a year-over-year percentage what they have grown or what they have do not grown. Again, investor relation, very important. As well, let's say you did the investor relation, but you find it too much. You are more a lazy person. Well, then you can do like this. You go seeking alpha. This is just a page where you can have more information as an investor. And we're gonna do the same thing. Let's say you wanna look to Facebook. You press Facebook, you press here. You can see a lot of things: financial, earnings, dividends, value, growth, profitability, momentum, peers, blah, blah, blah. Let's say financials, because it's important how much money does the company make, because you're gonna give money to a company if you're investing, guys. Okay, let's do it like this so it's more neater in my opinion. So again, here you can see on an easy view what they had performed in the last years. So let's take a look to the total revenues. That's something very important in my opinion. To be honest, if I look to a growth stock, I'm not looking to the net profit. Of course, it's very nice if a growth company has net profits, but mostly you need to take a look to the total revenue and how much they are grown, because if you can grow the revenue, the net profits will come. Okay, so in December 2015, they had 17.9 billion revenue. The next year, they had 27.6 billion. The next year, 40 billion. You see how rapidly Facebook is improving. The December 2018, they have 55 billion. December 2019, they have 70 billion. Now we have another 5 months to go. 5 more, what the fuck I'm saying? 3 months to go. And they already are at 75 billion. So, bold prediction, they're gonna be over the 85 billion. No, that's a lot, but we will see. You can watch everything. Operating income, so what did they actually made? Here you can see everything else. What is important in my opinion as well as the net income, that's what I'm talking about. First I look to the revenue, then to the net income. We can see if you compare it in 2015, they only had 3.6 billion net revenue. So net income, sorry, not revenue, net income. So how much profit did they actually made? The next year they tripled that, 10 million. The next year 50% up to 15 billion. The next year again 50% up to 22 billion. Then the next year 18.5 billion. I know, not good, but if we take a look to the chart of Facebook, we can see they did not have a very good 2019 Facebook stock. We can see here from 2018 to like, yeah, it was not very great. They went down over 30%. Why? They had they had a court what they had to defend themselves because their advertisements were used for a political reason. While they even say that they do not do that themselves. So I think everybody saw, well, see a few highlights of Mark Zuckerberg in the conference with older people asking the weirdest question. He couldn't answer it because the questions were so dumb. So that's why you can see that older people really do not understand technology and how this we are going. I mean, AI is something we're gonna use more and more in the future. Facebook is a huge part of it. I mean, the advertisements you get, it's all AI based. The data they have, it's crazy. That's why I like the company that much. It's actually not that old of a company. It IPO'd in 2012. It's 8 years old, guys. Come on, imagine if it's like 50 years old. I'm gonna be the guy that is in Facebook then. Hopefully, let's see what they do in the future, of course. So again, just go on seeking alpha. You press financials or earnings or anything. You can also do like value. Let's say you want to check the value of Facebook. You can here see like the non-gap is 34.52, while the sector median is 15.9. So now you can see Facebook is actually at a higher price. To be honest, like every stock is overpriced at the moment. If you take a look to the PE ratio is for another video. I'm going through the basics here, so I'm not gonna bore you too much. But again, if you wanna do some research in a company, the first thing you need to do is investor relation, my man. Watch the company, watch the description, read what they are willing to do, what is their mission, what will they do to execute that mission, and is the company performing like I want? These two questions you need to ask at least as a beginner investor. I mean, I can bore you with like very technical details. No, I'm not gonna say price average or anything, but just like PE ratios, EPS, PG ratios, everything from metrics. But as a beginner investor, in my opinion, it's more important to understand a company that you're gonna need to buy, so and that you're aware of what they are doing. And that you can only do by looking to their investor relation so you can have a quick look about the company. Alright, I think that's it for today. I hope you have a marvelous day. Thank you for watching and I hope you have a good day. Bye bye.